Welcome back everyone to your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update and news report for today. In this video, I'd like to discuss the likelihood of a $2,000 check, President-elect Joe Biden's vehement calls for $2,000 checks, and the prospects of them passing the Congress. Can they actually happen? And before we dive right in, you know the protocol. If you have been enjoying my videos, you have been getting value out of my content that I put out for you guys every single solitary day with no exceptions and no excuses, go ahead and show your support by smashing that like button. Give the video a big thumbs up, smash the like button. Just to help with that YouTube algorithm, YouTube will actually push the video out to even more people, so it does support me and my channel, and it is mutually beneficial. More people will be in the know, and it does support me and my channel, so I do appreciate it if you could do that. And if you haven't already, do become a subscriber, hit that big red button, also with the notification bell as well. That will notify you every single solitary time I do post a brand new video. So it's only been less than 2 weeks since Americans have been receiving their second round of relief payments or stimulus checks, and the anticipation of a third phase is already heating up. President-elect Biden has called the $900 billion stimulus package, more specifically the $600 stimulus checks that it included, quote, a down payment. And early last week, he had said that $2,000 checks would go out, quote, immediately if his party took control of both houses of Congress, which the Democrats did. The Democrats will run the House of Representatives as well as the Senate in the later part of this month, and Joe Biden has said that he plans to lay out a proposal for a massive multi-trillion-dollar new COVID relief package, including fresh direct payments to Americans. But how fast is immediately? When can we expect them? And what is the likelihood of $2,000 stimulus checks? Well, Biden spoke to reporters at a briefing on Friday, and he told reporters that one of his first priorities is pulling together a plan to spend trillions and trillions of dollars in new spending money to bolster the economy as the virus does continue to rage all over this country. You saw the jobs report that just came out, 140,000 jobs shed from the U.S. economy, and the virus and cases and deaths are at all-time highs. In no way, shape, or form are we out of this pandemic. Biden had said, quote, "We need to provide more immediate relief for families and businesses now. People are really in desperate shape. Many struggling consumers have been eager for additional government relief." According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, they had said that Americans largely spent their first stimulus payments on basics like groceries and utility bills, so the funds were cycled right back into the economy. It's not like many Americans kept this money in a savings account. This went right back into the U.S. economy. Now, Biden is expected to provide more details on his proposal and his vision in the coming week, so we will see what this new stimulus package under his vision would include. He is calling for new stimulus checks. He is calling for extended unemployment benefits. To how long, we don't know. We will see the extent of that in that proposal. He had added, quote, "That money will go out the door immediately to help people who are in real trouble," while he was campaigning for the two Democratic challengers during the Georgia runoff races, and that was in regards to the $2,000 stimulus checks. Now, the Democratic challengers that won the Georgia runoff races, Warnock and Ossoff, are not Senators Warnock and Ossoff just yet. In fact, they will not get inaugurated until those election results are certified, just like President-elect Biden was the other day. So as far as the timing and how quickly payments can go out, remember that nothing can happen legislation-wise before late January. Biden and the new Vice President Kamala Harris will be sworn in on January 20th, Inauguration Day. There will be heightened security for that day due to the mobs that we saw earlier this week. And the new senators from Georgia may not take their seats until January 22nd. That's the state's deadline for certifying the runoff results. So that means if this new session of Congress and the Biden administration are able to come to terms on a new round of stimulus, you'll most likely not see anything until February at the earliest. Now, even though Biden is uber targeted on rolling out the vaccine and getting as many Americans inoculated as soon as possible to defeat this deadly pandemic, Biden has not thrown in the towel by any means on $2,000 checks. In fact, just a few hours ago today, he just tweeted something that Trump does not have that vehicle anymore. Quote, $600 is simply not enough when you have to choose between paying rent or putting food on the table. We need $2,000 stimulus checks. But even then, many organizations and commentators are saying that $2,000 one-time payments are not nearly enough and that we need actually monthly guaranteed stimulus checks to ensure that millions of Americans do not fall into poverty. But regardless of the amount, a Elon University political science professor reiterated how fast we could see those checks come out, and he did say that we could see them pass by the middle of February or sooner. But he did offer an interesting perspective on the speed of those checks due to Congress now being distracted with impeaching President Trump. And I'm curious, regardless of which side you're on, try to take an outsider perspective. Would it be in America's best interest right now to do everything in its power to impeach President Trump. Even though his days are dwindling and he's going to be out of office in less than 2 weeks, do you think President Trump should be impeached for the incitement of insurrection, which is the current article of impeachment? And he'd also be the first president to be impeached twice. Do you think he should be impeached again? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I am curious to hear. So this professor did offer an interesting perspective because of the impeachment trial that could take place. He had said, quote, "The big question is what's going to happen with impeachment talk. Is that going to distract senators from working on a stimulus package? But it will be a priority for Democrats to say, we won, and the consequence of that is we're going to boost the economy through this stimulus package." But remember, as we discussed in the last couple updates, Senator Joe Manchin, he is a moderate. He is not a progressive Democrat. He has taken a very moderate stance on several issues. When asked about supporting $2,000 stimulus checks, he actually said, quote, "Absolutely not," in his own words, in regards to that amount. So he does not support $2,000 stimulus checks, which now means that the Democrats would have to find support among at least one Republican to get the bill passed, because now it brings it down to 49 votes in regards to $2,000 checks. Ideally, we would be able to find that support. So far, 3 sitting Republican senators have vocally supported $2,000 stimulus checks, including Josh Hawley, Senator Josh Hawley, who is now facing tremendous scrutiny over his actions over the big Trump mob that took place on Capitol Hill. Biden has been very consistent on $2,000 stimulus checks, but remember, this all didn't start until President Trump had refused to sign the COVID relief bill and had demanded $2,000 stimulus checks. So in a sense, it's almost a miracle that Trump did not sign that bill and waited 5 days to sign it, because he wouldn't have had so much motivation on both sides for $2,000 stimulus checks. You can almost thank President Trump for not signing that bill initially. Democrats probably would have felt that they fulfilled their duties had they just passed, say, a $1,200 check come this January, February. But because of Trump's $2,000 figure, now Democrats have to live up to that figure, and it raises the bar even further. We are patiently awaiting Biden's stimulus plan. Hopefully it will be as detailed as possible so we could give you all that information on this channel. But more updates and developments will follow suit. If you did enjoy this video, show your support by smashing that like button. I would appreciate that. As always, do be sure that you are subscribed. Hit that big red button. Also hit the notification bell as well. I do look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.